let us, follow this practice from now and onwards. So it will be good. And for recording also, it will be, there will be no interruption to the listener during the live session or in the recording as well. All right. Okay. I thank that member. I'm not taking the name again. Then because it is mentioned that somebody may get offended. No, nothing. It's a group thing, and we should contribute. We should give suggestions, advice. It is very well, well, it can be done accordingly. All right. So now let us start our, the session. The topics is the fundamentals of manifestation and God. Somebody wants to join? Okay. All right. So I think these questions came from Taposh. Taposh, you are here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Okay. So go on. If you have anything to beforehand, you like to give background or go first question, it's up to you. You can ask first question, or if you like to say a few words before from how this topic came, you can say that now.
Yeah, because this topic is quite known. People know about, and many people do the manifestations and all. So I would prefer to go straight to the questions.
All right. Okay.
And the first question is, manifestation appears as worldliness, bit of expectations, whereas godliness frees us from materialistic pursuits and expectations. What are the fundamentals of the two?
All right. Okay. So I request you to mute. Good. Very good. Now, see that. So let us first give the manifestation godliness independently, my view. Okay. So then we'll go into the interrelationships and what is there and not there. See, first let me start with the godliness. Okay. Godliness is that soham, I am that. Okay. The self-realization that I am the expression of the divine. That is called godliness. Like it is, you identify yourself as your highest self or highest form. That is your godliness. It is a self-realization. It is not a level. It is not something to do or not to do. That's not godliness. Godliness is going to your sarup, your own, roop or your own form. And what is that swarup? It's a prema sarupa. We are a manifestation of love, pure love. It should be experientially understood. Those who have experientially understand that love, they are that divine consciousness. Yeah? So made of pure love. If it is your direct experience, that is your experience of godliness. Same thing when we do our sadhana. So at the highest level of sadhana, we experience oneness. We spoke about oneness many times. And that oneness also your experience of godliness. That is that you are the part of the divine. That is that. But you are the divine. So that is the experience. That is called godliness. And yes, it is. You cannot experience godliness in the external world. For that, you have to do sadhana. Like it's an inner journey. And highest level of experience of your inner journey or your spiritual journey or soul's journey, whatever you call it. So that is your godliness. Okay. So it is all of us. It is the masters are telling thousands of years that you are that, you are God. But only thing difference is that's when we listen to that, that's the information. Okay. So it is about to experience that. Experience that first time, then you become. It is godliness, it's experienced through you. Like it is called, the awareness is aware of itself. That is a godliness. Like you are pure awareness. And that need to be you should be aware of that through direct experience. Okay, I'm not giving any jugglery of the words. It is a pure awareness. Your awareness, there are different levels of awareness. Your awareness should go into, when it matches your pure awareness and your awareness level matches with that, that is your experience of godliness. Okay, so this is it. We'll come back to that again during the course of other the discussions on the topic, but this is what is godliness is. Okay, manifestation. Manifestation. So you, as in the question you mentioned, the manifestation is in the physical reality something to get. Not necessarily. Okay, manifestation can happen in the higher dimension also. In fact, the manifestation has a lot of steps. So first it has to, like anything we wanted to manifest, it has to first come from the highest dimension. Okay, or if you understand that as you are aware, whole universe is made out of 5 elements, right? Like the fire, the fire, air, then space, and earth and water, right? And all 5 fingers are representing that. Yeah. So first it has to come to the level of the ether, or the space related. And fire is a transforming agent. So I'm just keeping fire as the common for all. So space with fire is the initial stage. It is any kind of manifestation, I'm saying. So it has to create in the ether dimension where there is no substance, nothing. Yeah. Space, that level, or you can say energy level, or quantum level, whatever way you understand, a subtle level. Yeah. So first in that space dimension, it has to, space element, it has to be created. Then it has to come down to the air element. That is the next. From space, it comes to air. Air it can occupy any volume, right? There is no fixed volume. Yeah, it can, wherever, like a gas, wherever you put it, inside the room, whole room will be filled with that gas, right? Like this molecule. So it does not have a limitation of the volume. Earlier, with space, there is nothing, not even that, not even volume. But here, it is not restricted with the volume. It can occupy any volume you give, it will occupy. So that is that science also we read that is the like a gaseous level or air. Okay, from air it comes down to water. Water has a fixed volume, but it can occupy any shape. There is no length, breadth, width, fixed shape. It can occupy where the container is. So unlike gas can even occupy the whole volume. Small, big doesn't matter. But it can occupy. But here, if it is come to water will occupy. It does not change the volume, but it will take the shape of wherever it is given. It's all we know that we have from that level. And then it comes to the level, so each level transformation, fire is a constant. It's an agent to change it, to make it happen. Fire is a element of transformation. It needs everywhere. So even for spiritual transformation, you need fire. Dhyana Agni. Okay, meditative fire. Okay, let us talk about that separately. But first, let us understand the manifestation. So then it comes to the physical reality is the most dense form. It's a Prithvi, in earth element. So when that from water, it goes to the earth element, transforms, then you see it in the physical reality. So this manifestation have all these steps, What has to create the energy level, then slowly it has to keep manifesting in the denser and denser, and to get something in the physical reality, that is the one it is. Yeah. But if something you like to manifest like in the subtle level or energy level, they don't need physical reality. Okay. As for example, we do karma kshalan, deleting karma during say water kriya, and we do karma kshalan, and all camps we do karma kshalan. Karmakshalan is not a physical reality. It does not need to come down to the earth level. Means, effect you can see, effect, but there is no physical stuff. But, the karma means some solid thing has been removed. It's not like that. Okay. Some blood need to be taken out or something. It's nothing to do with that. Or some air need to be pumped out. Nothing of that sort, right? So it is, these things are manifestation, but not in the physical reality. But it affects our life. That's why it is important, right? So it can go up to that, space and maximum air level, and in that it is taken care of. Manifestation. So this is the understanding of the manifestation, the how it is implemented. Creation of any manifestation is always at the subtle level, Or now let us understand what are the faculty we have, yeah? Whatever we have is our, in the energy level or the soul level, it is called intention. It is the energy level. So when it comes into that, our mind level, it is our thoughts. It is our wish granting. Okay. Something of that nature. So it becomes a thought. So then the thought, you can say it is, what is called, thought, it is little, it's a first time entering into physical reality from the subtle dimension. From energy dimension, as a thought form, it has come. So you can see that is, like a, all right, element I already discussed. I will not go into that element again. You get confused. So from thought, it comes to then you have to take action. No? It's a word. If action means it's something to be physical reality. Yeah, your interface, as a person, you are doing something. First, you thought, thinking, planning. Okay. Suppose you need to build a building. So some, architect or civil engineer, they need to plan. No? Same building has to be created in the mind first, right? They need to take necessary action to build it in the physical reality. So where it started the intention. Somebody wanted a building. Okay, so that is intention. I want this building or this place or that many height, that many story, that something like that. It should look, it is at XYZ facilities or this many floors or whatever, So that is an intention. Now somebody has to put it into the plan, the design and, concept. It is not in physical reality, there is nothing yet, but it's a plan. From the plan, somebody has to take some action. Maybe it is to be procure the material and get the land and, hire the, laborers and whatever, then you have to build it. Yeah. Once the building is complete, then it is manifested in the physical reality. But what it started with all intention. Okay. And then from the intention, it needs to be planned and it has to be designed. Maybe there are multiple concepts. Those wanted to build maybe 3-4 designs, then one selected. Finally, that goes into the implementation and the physical reality. Then we call this manifestation. So this part is about all these processes is applicable for that. So now let me come back to your question now. Now, manifestation and godliness. So there can be some intention created by your own soul or your higher self. Okay, but that is still in the intention form. But to get that intention into the physical reality, that is we call manifestation. As I mentioned, the physical reality, not necessarily everything will be physical. Like Karmakshalan example I have given. It is a reality, but not necessarily some solid, mass is there. Not necessarily. Okay. Maybe something manifested as a relationship. Maybe somebody's relationship not good. Instead, do some processes, some intention, so the relationship makes better. Loving relationship, manifested as a relationship. Somebody is suffering some health issues. Now something has been done, energy level and all those things, healing and etc. That person regain his or her health. Yeah, it's manifested. Intention is manifested in physical reality, but it is not a physical matter per se. Okay. But any manifestation has to pass through all those things, whether you understand by the elements way or like an intention, wish, thoughts, and action, practical reality point of view. Okay. So it's how you perceive it, that's up to you. But any kind of creation has to start with the energy level. Okay, it cannot directly form. One building does not directly come without any concept, without any intention of anyone. It's not possible. Okay, so that must be, we have to understand that, and this is how to be understand this is the fundamental of the godliness, oneness. Okay, universal consciousness. You are a soul consciousness, individual consciousness, but you are a part of the universal consciousness. So through individual consciousness, experiencing the universal consciousness is your godliness. And any intention, bring it into the physical reality, that is your manifestation. Clear?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Now, just one query, and that means when we intend to manifest at a certain moment of time, and we usually list some of our wishes. Actually, the process has been started long back. We sitting on earth is basically at the last step when we are creating the list of manifestation. The process has started long back, correct? It's like that?
No, it's not like that. Intention has to start somewhere, no? See, intention has to start somewhere. Whether it is 1 minute back or 10 years back, it depends. Based on your manifestation, what you are trying to manifest. But there will be some issue that you can have an intention and very quickly manifest it. It's possible. Okay, because some of the nature, it depends upon the nature of, it's like if it is, you want a light, you just switch on and light will come. Your intention and the action, certain action is very quick, You need to wait for years to get the light on of your room. But that intention was not there yesterday. In that moment you realize, no, it's getting dark, I need to switch on light. Then you take action. If you don't take action, only thinking, nothing will happen. Okay. Then you took action and you got the result. So it is manifested. The light in the room is manifested. It takes hardly 1 or 2 minutes. Okay. But you want to, suppose you want to get in your garden, you wanted to have a mango, tree. You planted a mango seed. So it will take years to get the mango fruit, no? Okay. So your intention, then even the action to get the fruit, the results may take years. It depends upon what is the nature of your intention is.
Okay. The second question is, we all know and we always share like this, that focus on putting efforts only, but keep no expectations on the outcome.
Mm-hmm.
But on the flip side, expectation shapes goal, much needed to encourage one to put efforts. How to handle this perplexity?
All right. Okay. Good question. See, here, I have given the 3 steps. First, the intention, then, intention goes to thinking, or say planning. Okay. Then to take action, and then the result, right? This is the normal flow. So, and it is said that don't expect, do up to action you do. Okay. But drop the results, but only expectation part, not the result part. Some result will come, but why it is saying ma phaleshu kadachana means the expectation need to be controlled. Your job is up to do whatever best possible from your side, but the result is not in your hand. That's what it says. In the manifestation, the final result is not in your hand. So what happens is, if you, of course you have to plan, of course you have to take action, of course you have to intend, suppose you want, I'm just giving example, somebody wanted to be an engineer. Okay, some exam has to be given. So first the intention has to come, I wanted to be engineer. Okay, then you have to apply for that joint entrance or whatever exams they have to prepare for it. So first they have to plan it properly, say then get the books and study and whatever is necessary, then enroll for the exam and then appear in the right time in the exam hall and something like that. I'm not talking about the online business nowadays. Yeah, I'm talking the proper hall exam. So you have to be there and get admit card or whatever process you have to complete. Then you have to take action. You have to whatever you studied, you have to answer to all the questions. So you do your best, that action. But the results, how much mark you will get, it is not in your hand. Somebody else will publish it. Okay, you may be pass or fail or approved or admitted, not admitted. Those things are not in your hand. So of course you have to, your intention is to pass through and do the engineering, but result is not in your hand. It depends on multiple factors, because of your performance, because how much you know. Everybody thinks I know everything, but when test it comes, that how much truly you know, or you understand the issue or not issued. That's the exam is all about. So in this case, what happens is, what best you can do, you do your preparation best. First, you start with whatever intention. So if your intention is to be an engineer, you need not to go and sit in the medical exam. So your intention should be clear and focused. No, it's not the something I will be something in life. Then nothing will happen. Okay, so first you focus, then you collect information. That is the preparation part, planning part. One is then the action part. Action first is the enrolling, paying necessary fees, and get admit card or whatever it is. And final action is the performance in the exam hall. Up to that you can do. It's because up to that it is in your hand. Even your intention is in your hand. Like we have a free will. Thoughts, words, and actions are coming under our free will. Nobody forced you to be an engineer. It's your choice. You made. And if you try to be something else, suppose you wanted to be a lawyer, the course direction will be completely different. Okay, nobody forcing anything. So now, but you have to take proper action towards this goal. More you focused, better the achievement. Or that, the Mahabharata, that thing, which you see, Arjun sees the bird's eye only, where the arrow need to go. Anyway, so all those skills need to be put in. All your effort to be put in, all your intelligence to be applied. Okay, so these are your action. You do that part, you do your best. But at the same time, if you, after giving your best, you may think I will get 100 out of 100. That means you are creating an expectation for you which may or may not be fulfilled. And here you get frustrated because your expectation did not met. Okay, so that is the only reason it is said that if something which is not your hand, don't unnecessarily burst your brain into that result, because it is not in your hand. That is the truth. Something, some war is going on and you don't know when it will stop. Why unnecessarily you burst your brain into thinking that, it will stop after 1 week or something? This expectation will kill you. They may or may not follow whatever you are predicting or whatever you are thinking. Okay. So I said, I will arrange something so that, war will stop after 2 weeks. So I'll have enough for 2 weeks and that should be enough. There is no guarantee, So future, nobody knows. So that kind of thing, which is not in your control, it is basically foolish idea to, like predict something or give something specifically, because it does not come under your free will. Free will is your thoughts, words, and actions only, not the results. Also, if there are multiple people are involved, then their free will also into play. So your percentage share out of this will be very, very limited. If it's something affects only to you, there may be the high chance. But here, at the exam case, you are not the only character here. Somebody said the question, somebody will review the exam paper, somebody will, marks and, give tabulation will be given, somebody will announce it, and all this free will are involved there. The examiner who is examining, that his free will is also involved. They can give 100 out of 100, they can give 80 out of 100 also. Okay, so you cannot control that outcome. That's why. So anyway, I hope it answers your question that it is not in our control. So expectation only you have to control. Oh, yes, by the way, I missed the second part of it. So you are saying that for any kind of planning, if you are not aiming towards the result, then will not happen. That is correct. That's why it is saying that you do your best. You hope that I will get 100 out of 100, and towards that you plan. But that 100 out of 100 will be your goal. But outcome may be different. But that is why you have to prepare for the best and hope for the best and prepare for the worst. That is the approach you have to take. Of course, you have to, suppose you want a house example. If you want a house, of course, you need to plan. You need the house as best as possible, things like that. Of course, you take action towards. This is a part of planning. This is a mental thing. Of course, you take action. It's a physical action from your side, efforts. But outcome is completely different thing. It's not in your hand. Whether it is your karma or destiny, or there are many factors, that may or may not happen the way you wanted it. That is the only part, the expectation part. Spiritual understanding is the two things. One is expectation control. One is acceptance of the outcome. You do your best, but end of it, whatever it comes, you have to accept. That is a tool. That is a spiritual understanding. Let me give an example of my mother, the health. I can only, whatever best possible treatment I can give, I can, keep a nurse or, cook or, give her proper safe area to stay or visiting doctors and all those kind of things I do. Or sometimes need ventilator, ICU and all. I can arrange only that much. Okay. What is my, goal is so that my mother lives, healthy in a longer life. That is my goal, of course. But finally, one point of time, my mother expired. Okay, that is a result. That is a fact. That's the outcome. It does not mean all my effort go wrong. It means I have done my best, but ma phaleshu kadachana. Then I have to accept. I have to learn the accept of the final outcome, even though it didn't follow my wish. Or even though it does not justify that why so many things need to be done, so many things to be spent and all those kind of things. So everything goes into that effort only. By acceptance, I accept this as a divine will, that is outcome. And whatever I have done, it is for my satisfaction that I have done my best. And that is the best I can do. We should be truly, do that. So any kind of things in the life, we have to do our best. That's why. So that we don't regret. I could have done that. No. You could have done that. Do it right now. And get out of it. If you have that, then you will be dragged into guilty feeling and many other feelings which are negative in nature, and it will drag you down. Okay. So that is the thing. So to answer your question, we should have plan. We should have a goal, but we have to ready to accept any outcome. We have to have no expectation of the particular outcome. Then only we'll be free from that. That's why it's a Mahaphalashu Kavachan. So we are not, our performance is not gone to zero if the outcome is not as per how we hope. As I given mother's example. It is there. It is own place. Whatever I have given 100%, whatever control I have given. And we should leave it there. We should accept what is the verdict, final outcome. It is not about what I have done and whether it is this thing. If could have done better, I have already done it. Means that is called 100% giving, no? Not thinking. Actually, what, action. Yeah. So this is how it is correlated. All right.
Yes, yes. So in that case, we can tell that since outcome we should not worry about at all, just because our agenda of coming here, we don't know about it, which our soul knows about it. So expecting outcomes, or negative, positive, whatever, since we don't know our pre-decided agenda, it is better not to delve into that actually. Just put our efforts and close it.
Yes, yes and no. Okay, I'll tell you why it is yes and why it is no. Okay, so yes, it is true that in the soul's plan we don't know. Okay, but whether it is possible to know soul's plan, answer is yes. What is in my path, in my life path, we can know it. Spiritually, we can connect and ask our soul and we can get it. It's not impossible. Okay, but initially it is not open automatically by design, so that we learn our lesson experientially, lessons. Trial and error. In this case, what I say is that I give another example. It is like in our life, normally what we do, we go and try to do something and hit with a big obstacle or negativity, and then we say what's wrong and try to course correct, go to other side, maybe we hit there again, and after a lot of hits and things like that, finally we get through. Okay, it is like walking in a dark road, in the no moon night, no avasya, and no street lights is also there, maybe power failure. We are trying to somehow move, so automatically we will go fall into some pothole, and hit with some the stone, or bang our head with a lamppost, or we can go and hit with a wall. All possible, because we don't know which direction we are going. So the two way to look at it, one way, this is called Pipilika mark. Pipilika mark means trial and error method. Okay. Trial and error method is that you hit, then there is a stone there. Now Okay. If you hit with the wall, now this side is the wall. If I walk in this way, so this is not the way, I have to course correct in this way, something like that. So keep trial and error 100 times and finally found out the way. But of course, it takes time, you will be hurt, and damage will be there, and everything will be there. So that is the way. You have to move anyway. You have to reach to your destination. That is how you move. It's okay. Nothing wrong in that. But it takes more time, more effort, and more negativity hits you. Exactly. Most of the people walking their life in that way. But what is the other way? By hitting, when you fall with hitting of the rock, you say, no, this is not the right way to move. I need a light to look in front of me. Then walk. So your effort will be not walking. Your effort will be finding a light. Either switch on the light, or wait for street light to come, or get a torch light, or do something. Or somebody having a car, you say switch on the headlight, or do. Your arrangement is not working. Your first effort is to make it area lit up. Okay, and you say that you can still move with, say, torchlight. You can move. You can also say that this is the way my movement speed is very limited, because torch can only see few meters in front of me. So you can also consciously take a decision that I will not move till the daylight comes. That is that is enlightenment in spiritual journey. Everything is lit, everything is known. Of course, you may be, people will say, wait, it may come after maybe 10 hours. So be it. But after 10 hours, he will complete the journey in 10 minutes. Otherwise, whole night you will be traveling, maybe you will cut here and elbow will get hurt and all those kind of stuff will happen, right? Okay. So it is your choice, free will. But you may say, no, my effort will be not even searching the torch. I will now do necessary things. I will wait and prepare myself, for the dawn to come. Then it will be clear. I just walk through. This is a different approach you can take, and this is how it works. Okay, so it is not. It is your soul's plan from destination A to reach to destination B. But how you reach there, it is because of your free will. We call it. It is the 3V to reach to your destination. What is the 3V? Is the one is the velocity, how fast you go. You can start crawling or running and all those things, the velocity. Then variety, it's your free will. You are not going straight. I talk normally at driving a car from city A to city B. So then you can, one is velocity, what type of car, whether a bicycle you go or, like a normal car you go or a very fast car you go, it's up to you, which type of things or which speed you will go. It's your control. You can manage the speed. Then the next is the variety. You don't think that directly I will not go, I'll stop somewhere or, I have to, have some breakfast at one place and tea another place. And then there is there is a waterfall. Let me go and have a look at it also. And all those kind of things. You spend a lot of your time. There's a variety. You are adding spices, your variety of the experience on your journey. And next, the vastness. After reaching, what you will do there after reaching, whether just go and, get into a hotel and go to sleep, that's up to you. Or you roam around in the market and, buy few things, up to you. Then go and see what are the different things, talk to the local people there and get what are the interesting facts, what is the history of that place. And therefore, for you, that place, there is a museum there. You go to the museum, look at in every object, try to understand the history of the location. That is a vastness. Your soul said into city B, but these things coming under your free will, that you can add. But you have to know? You don't have to. Soul says you have to go to B, and you will be going to B. If you even not using any car, you start walking, maybe it will take more days, but eventually you will reach there. So this is how it works. Okay, the destination is fixed. Ultimately we'll go there, but how we'll go there, that is depending upon our free will. It varies from person to person, and whatever decisions we make, that becomes our experience of life. All right. Okay. That is how it works.
The third question is, while both manifestations and godliness are in the path of one's spiritual journey, how they coexist and appear justified to the follower to be practiced together, even though they are apparently in contradiction.
Okay, I think I have explained about that. Those two separate things. Give a little different perspective of this. So, let me talk about, rather than godliness, let us say it is soul's plan. Okay, the divine. And something is a physical manifestation, means something happening. That also can vary, as I given 3 V's. Yeah, the nature it is manifested can be different. Now, so let us understand that which makes that, one is spiritual, one is practical, as you are saying. Yes, the physical reality that need to be manifested. Not all of them, as I mentioned about karmakshal and other things, also possible without any, but effect is physical, but manifestation itself is not physical. Yeah. Those are possible. But so let us understand that which makes manifestation possible. Okay. It is divine will or soul's plan. It will remain in the plan. Something need to be done, some process need to take place to get it manifested. Unless until that process starts, there is no question of manifestation. As some, I want to construct a building, then intention is there, but no planning has taken place, no action taken place, building will not come. Intention will remain in the intention. Okay, so this this bridge, as I explained by the 5 elements, or you can say that like a intention level, energy level, mind level, and practical level. So those I already explained. Yeah. So we need to bring it from the energy to material. Einstein's E is equal to mc square. Okay, that process has to, otherwise nothing will happen in the materialistically. So this answering this question is about following the procedure so that you get what is this intention into down to earth. In spiritually, how we can do the spiritual level to practical level, anything. Okay. So what we do, I'm sure I explained it earlier. We, for any particular thing to get it manifested, we suppose there is some intention need to be manifested or healing need to be manifested. We have something, I'm just giving one example, you understand, the healing pipe. There is a pipe, just sound we play. And that sound vibration we have to internalize. Because everything is the manifestation in other way, it's a vibration. E is equal to mc square, that C is the speed of light, right? So now this particular, the vibration makes the manifestation happens. I'm just giving that another way of understanding it. So what we need to do, that vibration, we need to change from the subtle level to that, the energy level to that like a mind level and then action level, or element wise, it has to come from the space to water, then space to air, then water, then earth. So that is the sequence. So during manifestation, what we do, that suppose some healing is needed, we need to change. Healing means we have to change the vibration. If it is a physical body healing, then it is a changing the vibration of the physical cellular body. If it's something mentally, somebody has been mentally shocked or, under full depression, the changing the state of mind is also changing vibration. Suppose we want to suffering from a mental illness, we have to heal someone. Okay, so I'm just giving you a method so that you will get an idea that how it is being done, this manifestation. So we take a healing pipe. We use the sound healing. Okay. So as I mentioned that, the fire is always the needed to transform. So fire is a common thing. Fire is a thumb, represented by thumb into that. And then middle finger is space element. And then little finger is a water element. And then pointing finger is an air element. Space. Yes, space is the middle. Then air, the pointing finger. Then water, little finger. And then the earth is the ring finger. Okay. So what we do, that healing pipe, we hang in a string with the 2 rings. Those rings, one is put onto your thumb and another put into the middle finger, means space element. Then we play that sound that generates. So here, instead of sound getting through ear, what you do, this vibration go through your hand to your body. So you play, maybe 5 minutes, we play that particular healing pipe. And there is the stick type of thing, you play that, yeah. That sound, you are listening also, but same time, through your middle finger, that vibration goes. Those who have already done it, they know that by experiencing. In my, the Kolkata home, I have all 7 chakras. Chakra healing also, I do it in this way. But anyway, there are many kind of healing possible. After playing that, you keep the, fire element ring intact. The other one, the space element one, middle finger, you change it to air element. It's pointing finger. And then again you play. Play with the intention and the vibration is going in at cellular level. Each cellular level, the vibration is going through your hand. So from space element, that intention now you brought into your air element through fingers. You need to catch air through fingers. Because these 5 fingers represent 5 elements. Then you change it to the one ring. One ring will be common, fire. Another ring into the water element, little finger. And then again you play. And then finally shift it to the ring finger, which is the earth element, and you play. If you do that, vibrationally, those things from the energy level, you are manifesting to the physical level. Energetically, that vibration-wise, you are changed, and whatever those intentions are, it can be healing and things like that, that get manifested. Okay, your each body cell will be tuned into that so that you get that kind of things that get manifested into this. Okay, so this is one of the techniques. There are many techniques we use to manifest, but only thing you have to follow the process from the subtler to the grossest level. Based on what type of thing we want. Here, suppose we are doing somebody's mental illness, or maybe they're suffering from anxiety or, negativity or grief or whatever. We do it in this way. Yeah. So if they change the vibration, the experience of that person's life changes. Okay, so that is how it is being manifested. By the way, I have just, I will post, I will see whether this is there into your questions or not. I will, otherwise, remind me, I will separately explain about the correlation between the vibration and manifestation. Okay, we'll start with Dr. David Hawkins's the cone type of thing, I just modified a little bit for better understanding. I will post it into the group and then I will come back to you for the next question. Okay. Let me find it out and post it so that all of you can see that, and we can discuss on that. I'm sure you have seen it many times, but let me do it. Post it in now because it will be important. PVF model. It's called PVF model. I'm posting it into the group. So I will come back and will refer to this picture I already posted. I'll, sorry, not posted yet. Yeah. Yeah, now I posted it. So I will come back to that picture. Anybody can confirm whether you received it, put a thumbs up or something, whether to see in the group, you see a picture I posted. Okay, Arnav, Sadhanjali, Tapos, Chaitali. Okay, good. All right. So now, Tapos, you go for your next question.
Yeah, yes. The fourth question is manifestation a call from our ego to our soul as an indication of former submission, seeking help?
Okay. See, thinking about manifestation is the ego. You're thinking about it, okay? So, or more so, the expectation of the results is definitely coming from your ego, no doubt about it. But the whole process of the manifestation, is it coming from ego? No, I explained that. Yeah, it's energetic. It's all about energy. Energy from subtler to denser. That transformation, the process, that is the manifestation process. So now that, But some wish can come from ego, no doubt about it. Like a building construction, ego wants a big building, that's possible. But wish itself, ego's view on something will make it manifested? No. You have to follow the process. You wish to be, clear the joint entrance and be an engineer. That's good. Ego may think that. But that makes you an engineer or get admitted into engineering college? No. Okay, so this is how it works. So the man's ego can wish for a manifestation, but they cannot make it happen. Okay, let us understand it that way. Okay, but manifested itself is not an ego. It can happen multiple ways, and it can happen physical reality, spiritual reality, everywhere. Okay, next.
The fifth is when one's manifestation gets realized, it may be partially or fully, does it mean soul has approved it just because manifested points are aligned to one's pre-decided activities in its lifetime?
Good question. Oh, yes. Without soul's permission, nothing will happen. बोलते एक पत्ते भी नहीं हिल सकता. Means if soul does not permit, things will not happen, no matter what you do, no matter what technique you use. Okay, because soul has ultimate, you can say, approver and felicitator. Without soul's approval in our life, nothing can happen. Yeah. But at the soul level, so why we face so many things if soul is, suppose there is in our so-called soul's plan, in our destiny, there is something, why we have to face so much trouble? Because soul wants us to get into experientially, get there and make ourselves stronger in the process. That is a byproduct, not giving you, not spoon feed you. That is the reason our soul does not just quickly make it happen like that. We have to earn that, basically. And that is also part of the soul's plan, even earning. But in the process of earning the desired outcome, three things are in your hand, I explained. Velocity, variety, and vastness. It's up to you. Okay, maybe clearing an exam is your thing, but how fast, how deep you go, it's up to you. You want not only click that exam, you want it to be stand first in the exam. That is your vastness. You have to do that many preparation to reach up to the top, but soul does not need. So if you do that effort, soul will make it happen. With soul's permission, you will be there, but soul will not play other way around. It is there, you will become an engineer, you will be an engineer. May not be the first ranking, it's okay. Okay, so that is you choose. That is your free will, you decide. Which rank you will be clicked and whether you receive some kind of award or not and all that. Soul doesn't have that kind of plan for you. Okay, but you can have, to make it better or, famous and, these things are your wish.
Correct. As you said before that Supreme Power's whole purpose is he wants to experience. So that his experience is through our experiences. That may be the reason. So everything is experientially done. Correct.
That universal consciousness knows everything. Only thing is it needs to experience. Forget about universal soul. Our soul knows everything. Only it has to experientially understand it. That's all.
So going to the sixth question. Is there any chance soul can also bring changes to one's pre-decided activities based on the merit of the manifested points? Or it is just a one-way traffic, like soul to ego, and pre-decided agenda remains unchanged?
Okay. So again, this will be, I will answer it as a yes or no, both possible. Yeah. No means if the soul's plan can be changed in the middle of the life, answer is no, normally. Okay. What is abnormal, I will come later. But normally, Once soul has decided, that becomes your destiny. Before birth, you have chance to change it. But once the life is running, in the mid-course, it will not change. Okay. So maximum what will happen, if you suppose there is something in your plan, but you are not taking any effort, your free will no way closer to that. They will shift it to the next life. Okay, that's possible, and it happens most of the time. But if you're, because your free will not aligned, they have not taken any action whatsoever, then nothing will happen. And soul will drop that? No, soul will transfer. That is a normal soul management. Okay. However, that it is normally true for all the cases. Yeah? So it is your destiny, you are following your these things. Yeah. And because of that, at the time of birth, you're born in a certain family and a certain country and a certain nationality, the certain caste or certain financial background of the family, and you decided whether you inherit something, rich family or born in a poor family. All soul decides. What level of intellect you will come with, that also soul decides. Soul means it is our only. We only plan for our life. All that is so that particular way of your life will lead. Because for certain experience, like very rich or very comfortable life is not good for many kind of experiences. Suppose you want to experience to, walk under the sun, walk on the desert, sand. So the scenario need to be created. You will be driving into the desert, your car will break down and you will be out of range of your mobile, and then you have no other choice than to walk. And that time you'll walk, get the experience of walking in the desert under the open sun. I'm just saying, but all these things are played to support that. Okay, so this is soul's plan. That's why it happened that way. So up to that, it is clear. But now to come to the other part of the understanding. Is the soul's plan 100% will affect? Yes, in a certain level. Yeah. So let me put it in this way. Like when you are living in any country, on a tropical country maybe, so will the rain can come? Yes, rain can come. It can happen anytime. Yes, it can happen anytime. You will get wet. Yes, you can get wet. Should I have to take some precaution? Yes, you should. Rain will come, and you should, have some shelter or something, and so that you don't get wet and things like that, or road get muddy and all. So your experience will change when rain comes. Here, you don't have control over your rain. It can come anytime. Weather can change and you will be affected by it. Of course, you will be affected. Your experience will change. This is about the maximum. All this should be the normal answer. Yes, rain can happen and you have to be ready for rain. But take proper precaution. But 100% cases have to face the rain? No. If you have an aeroplane, go above the cloud level, rain will not touch you. Rain will happen on its own place, but it will not touch you because you've gone above the cloud level. So to go beyond the soul's planning level, the rain in this case, then you have to elevate yourself about the law of karma and all those things. That is a spiritual ascension. That is the enlightenment. You've gone beyond your karma and all soul's plan drops, or it's not applicable anymore. Okay. It's gone there. That is about the level of enlightenment. There is another level. I don't know whether I should tell it or not. Okay, let me say it. Even you can go to the level of master. I'm telling it's not general. It's just possible. See, what happens is our life runs as a program. Soul's plan means you are programmed. Like the computer program, you give, say, life L is equal to 1, first year of your life, then so many days. D 310, what will happen? It's all coded. Time goes and program runs and that kind of thing comes into your life. L45, D120. So your 45th year, of your age, at day number 120, what will happen? It's all programmed. So time passes, they automatically get the results. That program runs and it gives you the output. That is the destiny of the day. Okay. That's how it runs. So whether every time it has to run through the, yes, it is a program. It's starting from the beginning and the end of life, it will run. So what is that exception where it will not run? If you go to the level, one is the enlightenment, because it is, you are going above that cloud level, so that the program is not applicable to you. The common program is not applicable to you. So that means you get liberated, you get freedom from that karma or whatever these things, coding or programming. Next higher level is what? Next higher level is you can go to certain level whether you have a mastery to change the program. So you go that level where originally code was built. You change the program there and then you come back and live rest of your life. Okay. This part, is possible. It's called designer destiny. Designer destiny, name given by Guruji, Prem Nirmalji. Anyway, even it is possible, you can go and change the code of something is obvious, like a death. You can go and change the date of your death. It's possible. I have told about Amar Jyoti ji. His, people say, I don't know, as per the data collection about his past and from other villagers and whatever they heard from their grandfathers and all those kind of things, minimum 300 years. Okay, we got initiated into Kriya Yoga by Lahari Mahashaya, the same room with the Shirdi Sai Baba. Okay. Shirdi Sai Baba, then next incarnation, Satya Sai Baba, both of them gone and he is still alive. So, this is an example I'm giving, exceptional case. It's not common. It's not possible to have it everywhere, but it is possible, but it is not very common. Yeah? So what he has done, he has gone to the level of the source code and corrected the date of the death of this body. It's gone. Okay. So then it goes further. Okay, it's possible. Go and change the code. It is possible, but these are exceptional cases. So let us now limit only to these two levels. One is, yes, the destiny, and if you get enlightened, you go beyond destiny. Like your soul's plan no longer, applied to you anymore. So, but however, I just reminded to me, enlightened masters are gone beyond their like a destiny of the soul's plan, but they didn't go beyond the destiny of the planet Earth or cosmos. So planetary positions do affect them. Only the personal destiny is taken care of. They get affected by this energy of the planets, or if the Earth is going through something, it will affect them also because they are a part of that collective. So the personal thing they may change, but still the planetary positions affect, they will be under that. As long as they live in the physical body. There are many things will be applicable as a collective, but individually they can have that kind of plan so that the old plan no longer exists. So that is how we look at it.
So my question is that when you say he changes it. So this he is my soul or my ego? It is again my soul who is allowing to deviate from the pre-decided agenda and go to something which is not my destiny. There is a deviation now. So it is back to the soul. He has allowed this. Correct, no?
Yeah. No, you are correct. But in this particular, that's what I'm saying, whether I should say it or not say it. It's not common. It is common. Basically, it is like you are scripting the question paper of your exam. First, you have to go to that level. so that you go and sit in the board where the exam papers are created. You do the qualification such that you then create the question paper. And if you wish, you come back in the exam hall and give the same question paper you created. Let me give a little bit of, it's a complicated thing, but let me put it in this way. Rabindranath Tagore. Okay. So there are many things, even Shakespeare, many things they have written which is not in the grammar. Rabindranath Tagore in Bengali and this Shakespeare in English, it's not grammar. They created something and then applied into their composition. Are they wrong? Traditional sense, it is wrong because it is not as per the classical grammar. But those things came from the mastery, not by ignorance. You can create a language and use it. If you are that capable to create, enrich the language itself. In Bengali, it is called Arsha Prayog. Arsha Prayog means some of the applications done by the masters. They need not to follow the same rule what a student normally follows. But if you go to that level where you can change the grammar itself, you have a capacity to do that. And those are honored. Those are the exceptional category. Okay. Those are exceptional category. Not only they created, they used it very skillfully into their own composition. That's this thing. Later on, that becomes a trend and many other people copy it. Okay, this is how it works. Okay, but whether it is part of their soul's plan, no. But they gone to a level whether their soul also go into the infinite possibility. They touch upon that field where the sky is the limit. So you have to first go to that level, then you can create. Not wishing to create. You go to the mastery so that you can create something new, and that is called, we are getting into some field, the X factor, whether you can create something which is not exist when previously it was not existed. Yeah.
And it's just like that, taking the example of Lord Buddha. So he came here, he had an agenda, but later on he uplifted himself to that enlightened level. And then all of the things changed. Yeah.
No, it is the other way around.
Is it?
Yeah. If you mute, let me explain. Yeah. See, what happens is sometimes some situations are created. It's called triggering event. Like Swami Vivekananda and all used to test Ramakrishna, put some coin and all those kinds of things. Those are not that, it is part of his soul's plan. So part of his soul's plan is he need to get into, the highest level and spreading that, Ramakrishna, forming Ramakrishna mission, take it to the world and all those things. But initial those things was some kind of triggering events so that he undergo that thing and finally that opens up those things. Otherwise, there is no need for doing something extraordinary. So as the Gautam Buddha, initial part is just a triggering event, just to get a feel of uselessness of that. It is like in the road example, in the dark, maybe you have to fall down few times on the road so that you feel the need to get that light. Okay, before that, it is your experience. But ultimately what you do, that's completely different. That may be your life mission. But before life missions opens up, there can be something, some events can happen, which shows other way around. It's possible. It's a part of the process. Okay. Yes.
Now, my seventh is, what are the various and effective ways one should follow to conduct his manifestations?
Okay. I think we have some technique we explained, right? Yeah. So mute again. Let me explain.
You have to tell me the name of that just now, what you said, two rings, that one.
No, that is a healing. Sound healing. Yeah, sound healing. Okay. No, before I just got out of link. What was the question again? Read the question.
What are the various and effective ways one should follow to conduct his manifestations?
Oh, oh.
Any recommended time duration, any preferred time of the day?
Okay. The last part first, no preferred time of the day and all those kind of things, that is not there. But what are the techniques I explain in another session? Okay. The different type of thing, 555 is there. Then put the intention on the water and then drink the water, and those kind of techniques are there. So there are many other techniques. So what you need to do is whatever suits you best, whatever you feel resonating with, then you follow that method. Okay, for you, and practice. And also you need to practice till you get the result, basically. Now, which differs the result, I will come back to that cone, what are the picture I posted. I will look into other two questions. I don't remember right now. After, if it is covered into that, I will explain. Otherwise, I will explain at the end. Yeah.
This is for the 8th. This is something related with the water manifestation. Any special significance of manifestation with water from scientific and latter's physical property point of view? Because water has some sort of vibration and absorption capability. I wanted to slightly know in details on this.
Very good. See, the logic is scientific. I'm just explaining that in the scientific way. Yeah, completely. 70% of our body is made of water. Okay, that our composition, it is 70% water. And water, as you rightly said, it has got a property to absorb many things. And also I keep giving example of a heating in the kettle, the water for tea. If the kettle is transparent, you keep on heating, and then you see a lot of bubbles coming out from the water. And at the time of evaporation, or at the time of the bubbling is too much. When it hits at a temperature of 100. From where those things came, the bubbles, basically the trapped air or oxygen. So they came from the same water. It dissolves. So that much capacity it had to dissolve it. So now let us come to this example here. So water has, the huge capacity to absorb, the solubility. There are many, material, salt, etc. It can absorb, it can, assimilate, or even the non-things one. Energy-wise also, it can absorb many things. And it can affect with different emotional things. And there is a research by a Japanese scientist about the, molecular structural changes under different kind of energy. If you are talking good words, it will form certain things. If you have bad words, it will something like that. That different thing. But it can basically, you can say, codify your energetic environment. Okay, it can absorb. That means it can codify, it can assimilate, it can, like built in the thing the environment has been created. So now let us come to your question about why water in this manifestation. Your intention is an energy level, certain vibration. That is your intention. Okay, and your physical body, it is very little it get directly. If you do some chant or whatever it is, very little. It does, but very little. If we use water has a capacity to absorb that vibration. And their intention goes, so the certain vibration goes into the water because you are giving blessing or whatever, you're chanting, whatever, it goes into that water. Now you are drinking that water. So through your blood circulation system, that, let us call it charged water. It is already charged with some intention. There are a lot of other charging possible through water, like a light, sunlight charging, different color light charging, that I explained earlier also in the group sometime. Different kind of charging possible. Here we are talking about charging by sound or vibration. Light charging also possible. Okay. Anyway, after charging, if you drink it, the charged water particles go all around our body through our blood circulation system. And through blood circulation system, that charged water, they reach to every cell of our body. What it does is that charged water, molecule by molecule, reaching to every cell of our body, that our each cell, we have 50 trillion cells, and that gives that vibration. Each cell, even unconsciously, we are not thinking about it, but each cell emits that vibration. Okay. Suppose you wanted suppose you wanted a new car. Okay. That is the intention. And you drink that water, it goes to all. Now every cell of our body is giving that vibration of getting the car. So your thinking, your action, your planning, everything will be gone to that direction. Even unknowingly, subconsciously. Because each body is asking for the same thing. Each cell of your body. That is how nobody else, you will manifest. But you will manifest means you will bring it to the reality. From the subtler dimension to the, the cross level, the art level. You will do it. But thing is, as every cell of your body day and night is going into that kind of vibration, it will be very fast, it will manifest into the reality. Because you are not only thinking, not only few brain cells, all over the body, 50 trillion cells are asking about the same thing. Out of many, many other things, but this is one of the things. The signal goes, and now by law of attraction, that vibration, it attracts similar things towards you. So that is how manifestation happens. That is the significance of water.
And if you're doing it every day, then the intensification is much higher, actually.
Yeah. Correct. It replenish, reinforce.
The last question is, a person narrows to his list of manifest points and practices it for some time. Situation changes, some manifestation materializes. He gets new goals or intentions. Old point loses its relevance. All brings him to a stage when he feels to have a new set of manifestations. Any minimum period, he has to continue with the old list before he is allowed to make changes, or list can change at his own will.
Okay. Before answering the question, let me tell you, in the higher dimension or the divinity, what is the source of all the manifestations, the subtler level, there is no time limit, lower and higher, no time limit and no the quantity limit. It's truly infinite, and no limit on parallel processing either. Means thousands of things can go in parallel, but they follow their independent path. They will not contradict each other unless until your first intention is just the contradiction of the second intention. Then, of course, then it will clash. Okay. Otherwise, energy will flow in the independent channels of your manifestation. So whether you number of manifestation you wanted to have in your life, you will limit? No. You will wait for some manifestation happen, then next? No. It's not work that way. However, then on what basis it will work, how fast it will manifest, that depends upon what you want for the manifestation. I have given switching a light of the room and having a mango tree in my fruits from my garden will have a different time of manifestation. Okay. However, I like mango tree, so I put one mango tree this month, next mango tree another month, and still find no, it's too late. Third mango tree, third month. It's okay. It's your choice. But as you are saying that you lose patience, you say, no, I don't need mango, I need an orange. Okay. Now, fourth month you put orange. Or you maybe need a tomato. Okay. Tomato, the plant will come in 1 year. Okay. So Fifth month you put tomato, and maybe after 1 year you get tomato from your garden, and mango tree is still just sprouting. But or whether you have to wait till mango then you put orange, or now after getting orange you wait till tomato. No, you have infinite possibilities. Parallelly it can go, no issues. But whatever you planted, it will give its own result. Just because you planted a tomato tree, because of that, mango tree will stop growing and they feel upset. Why? It's not like that. Okay, it will grow its own way. Once planted, it's give its own result, its own time. But they will not contradict each other. And as I hope I'm clear, you can have any number of processing, and if you follow the process, it will give its own outcome. Like some building a house. If you build one house, will it stop you to make 10 houses? No. But their processes are independent. You should have independently think about intention about building number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 10. You have to plan accordingly, you have to manifest accordingly, invest accordingly, get a land accordingly, and all this. If you get process done, why not? You will get 10.
Mm-hmm. No, okay. Actually, why the question came in, these are all reaching to our higher self, almost for an approval or some sort of a thing. So, will it not prove that this ego is a fickle-minded person? He is changing. Today he's having one manifestation. Tomorrow morning he changes to something in the same line but slightly different. So will that be trusted by our higher self if I keep on changing manifested points? That was the basis of this question.
Okay, let me answer. See, they have infinite capacity. They don't wait for your mood and it's like, you see, for them, let me give you another example to understand. It is like they treat as a child. Child is asking for a toy one day, and another thing one day, wanted to eat something one day, another thing. It's okay. Whatever possible, you will get it. But their soul will get upset and all those things. They will judge you, never. Okay, and they have infinite capacity. It is a source. It can create anything, infinite thing. If you are doing multiple things at the same time, it has got a capability-wise, it can give you 100 things at one go. It's possible. Okay, मांगते मांगते थक जाओगे, but फिर भी देने वाला खत्म नहीं करेगा. That's the way it is. But it will never judge. That element is not there. Okay, it's a loving and loving approach. That's why I've given a child. Child एक toy मांगते हैं, तीसरा दिन उसको तोड़ के दूसरा कुछ तोड़ने का पहले कुछ आया, बड़े पड़े हुए 50 toys and still asking one more because he likes that one thing on the showroom. That's okay. As a parent, you like maybe to keep giving as long as child is happy. Like same approach to the soul to us. Okay.
Yeah, you gave the answer that one will not be judged. That was things. Yeah, this was the last question. Thank you, Rajiv. That was a wonderful session.
Okay. All right. Good. Now, let me explain about that picture I posted. That is PEVF, personal energetic vibrational frequency. The question I was thinking maybe somewhere this question will come, but if not, I will explain separately. Now, let me explain separately. The question about how fast it manifests determines on what? Something, anything, any wish fulfillment, okay. One thing is following the process. Even following the process, who determines how fast it will get manifest? And which quantity, the vastness, that how much it will get implemented, how many, or you can say how many percentage of get implemented. So how fast and how many percentage get manifested depends on what? That is the fundamental question. Let me answer that. Answer is lying into that picture what I gave posted. That is PEVF. Our own vibrational frequency or cellular vibrancy. Our means intention is, while taking that intention, our personal vibrational frequency determines how fast that intention will manifest. In that scale, you will see there is a line called neutrality. Okay. So let me see which color I have given. Yeah, black horizontal line. It is written 250 hertz neutrality. It is between green and blue. Okay. And if it is below that, then neutrality, below neutrality means it is negative. All the emotions and vibrations are negative. If it is more than 250, it is a positive. This is the key for manifestation also. If you are vibrating less than 250, then whatever your intentions can never manifest. Okay. Or take extremely long time to manifest. But let us say not possible. Maybe one lifetime it will not be manifested. Yeah. So that is why many wish, many things are never manifested in our life, whatever we want, because our own vibrational frequency is negative. And that is why most of the people on planet Earth, they got frustrated that nothing is happening and things like that into their life. Also, I just in another question. This works in the principle of law of attraction. So if your own vibration is negative, you will attract negative things in life. Simple. If it is a 250, you touch 250, it is a neutral. Nothing will happen. If neither you get manifested good or bad things, your experience will be almost balanced. There will be no positive, negative things, or like many bad things and only few good things. It's not happen like that. It will be more or less balanced, peaceful. If you somehow raise your vibration to the positive territory, which is that more than 250 up to 499. This is a positive territory. There, whatever more higher you go, that kind of your experience of life changes. Your life become positive because more positive things start manifesting in your life. Good friendship, good life, good job, this kind of things. So cooperation from family, and based on your vibration, you are attracting it. Being that level, yeah. Higher you go, your intellect will not will help you to have a enjoyed life, not sabotage you. Means if you are negative in the vibration, your thinking, while thinking everybody thinks I am doing the right thing, but your thinking will create something which your experience will be negative. Okay, let me not to return his money. Let me enjoy the money. Nobody will catch me. Smart. I'm thinking I'm enjoying. But what I'm creating an enemy. Okay. That energy will affect me. I may lose in some other place that those more than that money and all those things. So my experience life is negative. All it started with my intention, negative intention of, like take some money from, cheat somebody with something. So more higher you go, your mind purifies. And when it purifies, then the three monkey thing, okay. The three monkey business, not to say, bad words, not to see bad things, not to hear bad, that kind of thing. From where it came? They're not stupid, okay. This came from the experience. If you do that, it will contaminate your thinking. And a lot of time you give your mind the negative input, your vibration go down. When your vibration go down, you will attract negative things. Some people you will see always facing difficulty into their lives. Yeah, something, some abusive relationships, losing money, and get fired from the job. And I'm not saying fire from the job only come from the negative. I'm not saying that. In reverse is not true. But what I'm saying is their experience may have all those things. Their health troubles and all those kind of. So it indicates that their vibration level is low. That's why they are attracting this into their life. Because they are looking for the cause and effect thing. मैं तो किसी का कुछ नहीं बिगड़ा, फिर भी मेरा life इतना टेढ़ा क्यों है? Why I'm facing a lot of hardship into the thing is your Nothing to do with consciously you have done or not, but maybe you fed yourself with negative things. Your thinking is mostly negative. And maybe, or you don't try to improve yourself to the positive dimension. Positive dimension means selflessness. Maybe you are selfish in nature. It is not illegal, but it reduces your vibration and you attract more. So selfishness maybe sound like winning. मैं उसको ठीक है उससे वो चीज छीन लिया मैंने. I get it now. अरे you छीन लिया, now you have to face the consequence of that because you don't deserve that. You have not earned it. If you are in that, so whether you tell yourself I have done a smart thing and I have a right to grab things from others, I have a more power, why cannot I grab? But there are many politicians that think like that. Okay, I have a power, I should grab from others and fill up my kitty and all that. Up to that practical level, I have to work for some time, but they have to have the rebuff, will come energetically. So anyway, so this negative, because of that, whatever your wish, maybe out of many things you do, few minutes you spend for doing some good things, that's not good enough. It's like flowing a river, you put few little milk, it will not make them, river of milk, right? So same here, that's not good enough. You need to do certain things so that you get some quantum jump, some shift from the lower to higher vibration. There are techniques we teach everybody. So 108 stomach breathing, Kriya, and all those kind of things. What it does, it raises your cellular vibrations. More higher you go, that kind of positive things you will attract in your life. Or even something negative comes in your way, you take it as a challenge or test. I think there is another session I already given this distinction of these three things. Yeah, how you look at it. From the lower level, you think as a punishment. In the positive level, you think it is a challenge. And in the higher level, if you cross 500, that is love and above frequency, from where the spiritual journey starts. So first is the adversity, then you see that it is challenging scenario in the positive territory, that challenge to overcome. And if you go still higher, you think the same event as an opportunity. If something, suppose you lost a job, okay, in the negative territory it's a punishment, suffering. In the positive territory, and then you start from looking something better, because unless until you go there, you start giving effort, maybe you got a better job, next job. You never get it unless until your previous job gone. So this is a challenge. So that losing a job created a challenge in your life, so that you take extra effort to get something and start maybe inquiry many places, run pillar and post, your effort. That finally produces results. You got a better job. Okay. Spiritual level, all these are giving life lessons. What you had, you may lost the job, but you get a great insight and great experience. Next time when you face similar situations, you will not do those kinds of mistakes what you done earlier, maybe unknowingly, but now you see the results that enrich you, that make you develop something called wisdom. That wisdom cannot be judged with the job and money and what you possess. Invaluable. Something you do, you run your life such a way that you earn peace of mind, not lots of money. You earn peace of mind, you understand the whole game. You understand how it, in the dark road, how it pains to fall down. But you don't criticize and fight with the stone. Okay. And in the next level, you take it as a challenge and somehow you move faster, try to maybe touch every places and all those kind of things. But in the next higher level, you generate that wisdom that you need a light. It's not the way. It's not even if you walk, you are not fighting and feeling why me, why I'm falling down and all those kind of things. Then you find out somehow way that is a positive territory, there's a challenge. But wisdom has to come from all these experiences together. Okay. then you will be looking for the light, not the way forward. We started our discussion in the beginning of today's thing from those points. Yeah, same thing here. Yeah. So when you go from this scale more than 500, then your spiritual journey starts. You feel that you are now coming into the below. What is the difference between below 500 and above 500? Below, you are governed by your ego. Still, it's positive, but still, you are satisfying your ego. Love and above, that you are now governed by your soul. Intuition, feeling, and all that governs your life. Yeah, not your what you wanted to achieve and meet the challenge and set the goal and meet it kind of thing. There is one question about goal setting. Those are coming from this positive territory, but not soul level. Soul doesn't work that way. Soul just want to get overall experience. That's all. So now in that level, when you go there, then you cross 700, there is an enlightenment stage. I think this particular scale stops at 700, but there are many, 1,000, 2,000 and all the mastery. Yeah. So why this, to understand this is important? We're talking on the manifestations, but now so far, last 10, 15 minutes, I explained about this picture and vibrations only. PEVF. Because it is directly linked. As I said, that if it is a negative, you will never manifest. Forget about it. Even neutral, still, manifestation is not possible. When you go to the positive territory, then you start manifesting things. Means whatever your wish, because your vibration is a positive. Had that, suppose you go for 250 to 300, better manifestation for you. Go for 300 to 400, great. Many, great things will happen in your life and much, much faster. Earlier, if it takes years, now it will take months, but it will happen. Okay. So when you reach almost 500, 499, that time you are vibrating at a level where your manifestation is frequent and you can manifest something good in your life by choice. So you reached this 500. Now, if you go further high, love and above, so what you gain is you can have a control over the energy. Your power of the consciousness then supports you. It's not your own power, willpower and all the effort and all these things. That's up to 500, 499. That power is also available. If that power is available, then many things are possible for you if you cross 500 to manifest something instantly. Okay, energy level. But based on whatever the implementation will take its own time. As I said, that mango tree will take its own time. You cannot create mango tree in 1 second, not possible. But at least the plantation of the seed will happen instantly. If it is practically possible to get something instantly, things will happen. I'm talking 500 plus now. You see a lot of synchronicities happens in your life, like coincidences happening. Or you get intuitive guidance, something you never thought, but suddenly certain situations gives you move in a certain direction. You are guided and reach to the destination much, much faster. Yeah, these things will change. So basically you gave that you come to a level of vibration where you can manifest something almost instantly. And energy level. And then, as I said, based on what is your intention and all those things, it comes to several things. Like if it is a mental level, it can manifest very easily. Like something, depression and all, it can go in minutes. Okay, because it doesn't need any solid base to do that. Yes, your brain is there, but effect need to be seen in the solid level. So those kind of things can be miraculously done, for this, for you. You can change your life by vibrating into that level. Enlightenment, 700 and above. What changes will happen then? Hmm. By this time, you elevated yourself from your self-interest. With ego, that ego annihilation takes place. You no longer attached with the ego anymore, no longer attached with the expectation anymore. Then what you do is, whatever you have done so far, that's for me, and me, my happiness, my, I need this, that, all those kind of stuff. Beyond be able to do the same thing for others. Okay. Even your wish will be to help others. That's why the healing and other things come. That some healing are instantaneous. Something, if some enlightened master pray for someone, that is a big manifestation thing. Yeah, based on what they're praying, that will happen to others. So they are not limited to their self-interest. They gone to that level. Now, higher the level of master, higher the vibration. Like in the higher level, they can move a destiny of maybe a few thousand people at one go, and one meditation. Intention. Yeah. Some other higher level, maybe it can some few millions, it can go. And in the level of Babaji, it will be like a whole humanity. The whole humanity's destiny can be changed. That can be manifested all those kind of ways. Anyway, so all these things coming from the purity, that level is pure. That is no such thing, impurity or self-interest is involved there. So that operates completely different, fully divine, domain. But that is, as it is divine and pure domain, that's why it can touch many people's life, because not everybody can do their own sadhana to go to that level. Then this master help that way. They send that, they channel that energy, send it to them, just raise their vibration. So their life changes automatically. What exactly will happen, nobody can predict. As I said, prediction is not part of the mastery level. Mastery level is to change the vibration so that they experience that synchronicities, that miraculous things happen into their life just because changing the vibration. Okay, that can be done. And so that is why this particular picture is important. That is why we need to hold that all the time more. Every time when we do group meditation and all, our vibration collectively goes up, I'm sure more than 700. That is where in the last step, you remember I asked to, now you ask your soul, the answers, and all the manifestation is possible. That is a domain, the potential domain. That we touch upon that. And during our, when we physically meet that, during Karmakshala and other things, you remember I tell that I will connect Babaji, because I also need that vibration. My own vibration is not good enough for this kind of collective changes, Karmakshala at least. Yeah. So I need Babaji's vibration to invoke for certain time. When I invoke Babaji's energy, the field that is created, anybody physically present into that field, it is called Tathastu field. Tathastu not by me. I'm nobody. It's Babaji's field, Babaji's vibration created that time. Only what I did is I gave that access, not access is not the right word. I raised myself enough so that I can receive that grace. Okay. So that I can take that, collect that. For that also you need minimum qualification to at least to receive it. Anyway, then the field is created, and into that, all these things have been done automatically. Miraculous thing happens to many people's life. Only thing, if somebody thinks, oh, my thing that it didn't happen that way, it's only a matter of time. Because only you understand, you are attaching time to it. That's why you think it is failure or didn't happen. That's the only thing. If you look back, several years, many good thing has happened. Approach towards life and anything happened. Many things are happening subtly. Yeah, there is no claim of taking credit of anything, but it happened. That's why I call it happens at its divine time. It happened for sure. Okay. So anyway, so this is how it works. This is how the vibration works. It's a simple law of attraction. So you are using your mind vibration, which is mostly negative, and then you go to the something positive to do something. Then you are into that territory. You may do good. but it may take months or years, maybe sometime. If you go into love and above spiritual thing, then it can come down to weeks and days for you. Okay. And if you get into the enlightenment stage, it will be instantaneous. Yeah. But at the same time, your all selfish motive will go. But what you're thinking as your achievement and the goal and all those things will drop off. Basically, that is what we say. You are joining to the divine. Whatever divine wants to do for the humanity will contribute into that. You become a divine agent. Then chote mote cheez jo apna hai, it will be taken care of. Truly, yeah, it will be taken care of. May not be the way you think, but it will be. Same thing, how to judge that? Look at 5 or 10 years into the life, what are the changes happen? You will understand that where it is. Yeah. Sometimes it drags because our ego does not want to get rid of something, but we're no longer working. We keep on clinging into that, and that keep on giving negative experience, and we negative that kind of comfort of being into that old place. That's why it doesn't go easily. We have a lot of effects, but anyway, eventually it will go, and that's how we evolve into that territory, and that changes everything. So that is about the fundamentals of manifestation and godliness. Okay, and godliness code is we have reached there. 700 plus is the initial goal you have to reach. Then you will feel the godliness within you. Okay, all right. With this, I'll conclude the learning session. Now it is open for discussion or any further question answer. Let me save the attendance. Your hand.
Pranam, Guruji.
Okay. Pranam. Hariom.
Guruji, one small question. This manifestation, which is coming to our mind now at the age of, say, 50 or 55, will such manifestation, though unintended to hurt anyone, can create karma for us?
Okay.
Suppose we are trying to manifest a good intention for your children or for your relatives or your siblings. So, will it bind us into karma?
Okay. Now mute. Let me answer. See, nothing will bind you karma if the intention is pure. Okay, you wanted to do something for the children. There is no such thing called karma. Na? It's like you are praying for something. Higher level, your intention. First, in the lower level, it is a wish. It's a self-interest thing. I want this, that, and all. Then next level, it is your, some is want. Then it is a wish, is a mental level, and then finally, it is like a prayer. You are praying to the divine. जो देने वाला हो तुम मुझे, you please grant me this, or for my family, my children. There is no question of karma here. Of course, if you pray for something bad will happen now, उसका एक पैर टूट जाए और उसका जो गाड़ी का एक्सीडेंट हो जाए, of course that will bind karma. It depends upon the quality of thing you are asking, even from the divine. So best thing, that's why I normally think best thing is to ask to the divine is what is in the, suppose somebody else, say about children, what is in their best interest, let that happen. Leave that decision is also to the divine. That is the purest way. Karma will not happen. Even if say कि उनको जो अच्छी नौकरी मिल जाए, उसका अच्छा घर मिल जाए, उसका अच्छी शादी हो जाए, there is nothing wrong in that. Yeah? But at the certain level, you understand, even if there is wish, why I'm saying this, your wish in the higher level has no meaning because we don't have any control. Once we understand that, then फालतू में मैं अपना जो wish को specify करके, because if I specify, there is a chance that if it not happens, I will feel that मेरा जो है ना, जो wish grant नहीं हुआ, expectation आ जाता है. So to drop that, we say कि तू सब कुछ तू ही जाने, तू जो चाहे वही कर दे. Yeah. My prayers, you give the positive energy to the intention, what is in their best interest. That's all. That is the easier thing. That is the enlightened way of doing things. Whether you cannot ask, definitely you can ask something good for them. Whether it will bind any karma, no. Bind karma will happen when you intentionally asking for something negative, some harm to somebody. So in that case, if you are not asking anything negative to harm him, see, our principle, we say no harm to anything and anyone. To get, so that we don't fall back into the karmic trap again. If your intentions or your wish or your prayers are no harm to anything or anyone, it is in the fall into the pure category. Will not bind any karma. Okay. And you have all the right to ask for your family, your children, or your friends, or anybody else per se. You can always pray, and absolutely that will give you own, like it will uplift your soul, like you uplift your vibration by asking for somebody like that. Yeah, that is an indirect help, no doubt about it. But if you go further beyond, then you leave that also to the divine. Okay. That answers your question?
Yes, Guruji. Now, what is the highest spiritual wish one can make?
Highest spiritual wish, let everybody get enlightened. Okay. For me, mera to ho gaya, but for us, all other human beings, they're suffering. Yeah. What Gautam Buddha has asked basically, to come out of the life and death, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. That is the highest level of wish you can have. For himself. He is onto the mission of everybody. All human being on planet Earth will get moksha. That is the highest level of thing you can ask for. When you ask for, you get the power, you get all the necessary resources and things like that to move on. It will come to you. But whatever will come to you, that is as per your deservability. Not what you wish, what you deserve will come to you. Okay. So simply asking for something, I need to help people, I wanted to serve the humanity, by saying nahi aata. Whether our thoughts, words and actions mein agar wo it establish hota hai ki छुपाने वाला तो कुछ भी नहीं है. It truly comes, maybe you have to undergo different kind of tests, you never know. Under the same circumstances, yeah. Suppose it is created that you are undergoing a job loss, on some difficulty in the family, financial trouble. If you still follow the spiritual principle, that is your test. If you still follow, don't get excuse, genuine reason, say, okay, still, that means you give this as a priority. You don't, that situation created. Baad mein it comes out multiple times return for sure. But you have to undergo this kind of tests. Yeah. Those things are there. In between any point of time, you fall into negativity. Or why should I bother for others? Mera jab problem hua, koi mere liye pucha? Yeah. Fail. In this lifetime, you fail. Because you take it personally and you get, rather than take it as a challenge at least, not wisdom level. Falling back to the negativity and fall into the blame game kind of thing. Yeah. Ego trap. Anyway, that is the way forward. But asking something good for even your close relatives and all, even asking good for yourself, it's nothing wrong in that. Okay, so you can ask. There's no karma is building there.
Thank you, Guruji. बहुत.
All right. Okay. God bless you. Okay, Indranilda.
Yes, Rajdeep. See, now coming to karma, now some people in this world, the likes of Donald Trump or Epstein or Hitler, they lead a charmed life, right? Now, what do you have to say to that? I mean, they have caused a lot of harm to society in general. But it has been only a rising curve for them. So, what is the logic behind this?
All right, mute it. I will answer. Okay. See, regarding Hitler, let me tell you that this is somebody had an ND, near-death experience, gone into some level. Is just why I'm saying it is not my personal experience. That's what I'm just making it clear. ND gone into that dimension, whether heaven dimension, other dimension, and all these things, and they see something, and then came back and shared it. What Hitler did, he killed so many innocent people, no? In concentration camp and other things, and so many millions has been killed. So in the other dimension, there is no way you can escape. If you harm other people, there is no way. Okay, in the world, because time is limited, your stage is limited, it looked like at the end of your life you didn't get punished. Yes, that is fact. Okay, but that energy, the karma will never go. That's what I say, that pleasure is temporary, karma is permanent. Here on earth, raat gayi, baat gayi, but not in the karma. Even if your life goes, you have to come back and do it. In case of Hitler, what is saying, other dimension, that person is giving that. What he saw, that every day that in our dimension, the Hitler has to undergo the experience what is in the gas chamber somebody put till death. That experience he has to undergo every day. The pain, that burning and all these things. So that experience being repeated to those many people what he killed, or the torture, every experience he now need to undergo. Maybe it will be, I don't know, maybe 1 million years. He need to undergo that level, that kind of thing. He has not that enough good karma, he can take birth again. Otherwise, suffering, birth of suffering and all. So what happens is, if some people live like that, suppose a gangster, like, criminal. So they have killed maybe 50 people. This Hitler and all, it goes to the, thousands, I'm not talking lakhs. I'm not going to that level. Suppose if you're taking 50. So you have caused the death of 50 people. So you have to undergo the 50 similar painful death experience yourself. So what that means, karma-wise, it means you have to born 50 times innocent. That life you have not done anything, you will get killed. Badly killed, the way you killed others. Some other criminal will come and kill you. Or if it is not criminal, some accident will happen, you will fall from, say, a mountain and you'll get a lot of fracture and you will stay bedridden for months. You'll just not live, something like that. So you have to suffer. So at soul level, when we end our life, we go to the soul level, we know that this is going to happen. Okay. And in the ego trip we have done, but there's no way I can get out of it. It's an energy equation, energy balance thing. At the pendulum, move pendulum in one way, it has to go to opposite way before it coming to the balance. So how many I have done, that depends. If I have done 50, then that I have to manage that 50 pendulums to bring it balance. If I have a million, then 1 million pendulum I have to take, responsibility of that. Okay. So then what happens? I'm just giving normally what happens in this. They don't choose to come back 50 lifetimes and get murdered because it is wastage of that 50 life. In this kind of case, what the soul chooses to incarnate in one life in a certain area and a certain thing, which will be affected by war. Say Gaza, one child, just born. So the bombing is going on. So he is helpless. Every night he need to undergo that fear and the trauma of getting bombed. So maybe earlier he killed 50, the 50 days of that kind of experience he need to undergo. Maybe he lost a father or somebody, relatives into that, crying, not getting food and all. But But why they choose? Because at the soul level, you know where you are going to choose and what is going to happen. Yeah, soul knows everything. So question is why soul chooses to born into that area which is the war torn, or like suffering, no food, no water, torture and all those kind of things. They choose because they get rid of that karma, exhaust that karma very fast in one lifetime. All the 50 murders that can be settled, because every night they undergo that. When every day undergo that, being under the threat of death. So that balances that. But if it goes to the million, you don't live million days. So it's not possible to be that. So then the Hitler case will happen. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Can I ask one more question actually?
Mhm.
See, in terms of collective vibration, yeah, there's a group, as you mentioned, that more number of people takes up the vibration level. Now, uh, at a very macro level, India is a very spiritual country. It has a very rich history. Even if you take gatherings like the Kumbh Mela and all, the vibration level is very high. Now, if it is such a high level of spirituality and vibration, as a nation, why are we collectively not more advanced?
Okay. So one answer is that we have a free will. Okay. Everybody has free will. If collectively the people are, not gone into the chosen to be spiritual, then even the place of the vibration is high, but they may not be behaving spiritually, or positively, because everybody free will. There is no such thing. So, and in the place of 1.4 billion people, even if there are thousands of master and spiritual people, still percentage wise very low. That's why the collective vibration is negative. That's why a lot of things are happening, but things are improving because all the masters and all you know, they are moving that energy to the level that distraction is no longer a credit. Okay, so because before having the transformation, we hit the rock bottom. So we had that. Okay, now we are getting into the positive territory, but like every journey, it takes its own challenges. So we have not come out from the challenges yet. So that is the answer to your question. But someday it is coming. It will happen that in general, many people will choose to be spiritual, and there will be not only thousands, there will be lakhs of masters, lakhs of enlightened beings. Let me say, not everybody chooses to be a master, but they can be enlightened. That is coming. That is so-called golden era. Okay, that is on the way.
All right. Thank you.
All right. So with this, let us conclude our session with Shantipat. Sarvesham swastirvavatu. Sarvesham shantirvavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. Om sarve bhavantu sukhino. Sarve santu niramaya. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschit dukkhavag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om